What's going on, everybody? So, we're going to be talking about the Maui fires. Um, this is the third time I'm going to be going through this video, so I can perhaps speed some things up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. It helps me. If you want to make a donation, Cash App, Snap, Crackle, Fizzle. It's the same as my name. I have two videos. One is the actual news station we're going to look into. I'm not sure if it's Hawaii's news station. I would imagine so. We're just going to look at the comments real quick and see what other people think. I had to do this video again because the first audio didn't click. I'm going to turn my screen real quick. This first comment says government incompetent at its best. They did this on purpose. They want your land. Notice it wasn't at the giant resorts owned by international business conglomerates. It was in a local owned town to strip you of your land, happiness, and rights. No firefighting done during the night the fire raged. No alarms, no sirens, no EBS, no cell phone alerts, no police warnings. The public servants were MIA. Not started naturally. These are the top comments of the news station. Swoop down so fast. No one knows an answer. Everyone wants an answer. How is it even possible that a plastic kid's playhouse, trees, and so many other things still be intact while everything around is just burnt? So we have the California fires. We have the fires in Canada that happened recently. We have the trail derailment. And we also had the fires from here right now. Property developers have been trying to get their hands for decades. Alright, we're going to go back. Sorry if I'm missing some things. It's just like I just went through this video. So I don't remember like what I said. I do remember, I just don't know if I'm going to say it again. But we're going to watch this video now. It's going to be a longer one, but I can skip through it now since I've watched it so many times.
Welcome back to my channel. I am Miloho, your host, and today...
So, I will say right off the bat, Hawaii is its own place. It's actually independent from the United States, and the civilians and the natives have always had some fight with the government, so there's always been conflict, and there's always been interest in this place. It's such a nice place. Everybody wants to be there. So their number one is tourism. That's how they make money in the local economy. All the people are already displaced anyway. It's like they own the land, but the government has taken over, basically conquered them. They used to live off the land just like the natives, and the same thing happened to the Native Americans in America. The same thing goes on in Hawaii, but they actually have a legal right to own it. They would just have to fight back. It'd probably be really gruesome.
Today we're going to discuss what really happened in Maui. Several wildfires have devastated West Maui in the town of Lahaina, with the death tolls continuously rising, almost at 100 people, along with the number of missing people. This wildfire goes down as the worst fire in U.S. history. Lahaina once...
Worst fire in U.S. history. That's crazy already. The guy later in the video near the end, he says this is one of the craziest and deadliest fires. He himself says. That's two people.
Was the capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii, but in 1998, the U.S. annexed the Hawaiian Islands. The capital was eventually
annexed them. Exactly what I was talking about.
Moved to Honolulu. Lahaina was filled with native property and business owners that refused to sell their properties to conglomerates. It was an unglobalized prime oceanfront property still owned and managed by the natives, and is one of the theories as to what caused this atomic fire.
So there's already conflict with the natives, like I was saying, with people who have a bunch of money and want to buy it and kick them out. or make them be a slave. Same thing.
One reoccurring question is, how did this happen? And there are two theories online.
The own people there do not even know how it happened. If you don't know how something locally happened, then something happened more suspiciously. This is an elemental thing. Fires happen all the time. You should know, if someone gets eaten by a dinosaur, you know they get eaten by a dinosaur. Whoever's there knows. People outside of Hawaii ain't gonna know. More than likely, 99% of the time, the people that are there are gonna witness it. They're gonna know what happens, and they should know. All these fires, no one knows. No one knows.
One is environmental. News reports are saying that the combination of major hurricane 200 miles of the southern shore of Maui combined with the northern pressure created a massive dryness of winds and sparked fires. But there's another theory which suggests that
and that theory sounds like bullshit.
Destruction was orchestrated by the federal government to seize property using DEW, direct energy weapon. Direct energy weapons use concentrated electromagnetic energy to combat enemy forces and assets. These weapons include high-energy lasers and other high-power electromagnets, such as millimeter wave and high-power microwave weapons.
They've always had these weapons. These weapons aren't new. Technology has always been here. It can only be lost or, hidden and found again. It's always been here. These aren't new weapons. They've always been here.
The U.S. Navy uses DEWs for
technology. Doesn't faze me because I know the real technology.
Power projection,
which is inside you. You can't get realer than the technology inside of you.
And integrated defense missions. Now, ironically, there is a U.S. Navy port just 7 miles from downtown Honolulu.
Joe Biden just announced that the federal government will provide aid to those that lost their homes. That means homeowners who lost their houses and properties can now loan money from the federal government at a low interest rate. Your super valuable property that is skyrocketing in value, you can now get a new mortgage courtesy of Uncle Sam.
So if you didn't hear what that guy said or didn't understand, basically the banks are saying, hey, your house burnt down. We'll give you money to build a whole new house at this rate, but the government's going to fuck them in the ass because it's skyrocketing, and so the financial mortgage is going to skyrocket because they're going to say later down in the future they're going to raise it, they're going to skyrocket it because they're going to say it has so much value, and they're going to be the ones putting value to it. All returns later down, the people that got this mortgage are going to get fucked in the ass, so it's a scam.
Not consist of quote-unquote low interest loans. I mean, literally the whole entire town was burnt down. There are no jobs. There is no income. People are literally just trying to find power and food and find their family and friends. Local residents have taken to social media to say that realtors and investors are harassing them, calling their families and offering to buy their land. A Hawaiian activist tweeted, if you are from Lahaina and are receiving phone calls from realtors asking to purchase your property following the fire, please record their name, company, and home address for us to post.
Frustrated with investors and realtors calling the families who lost their home, offering to buy their land. How dare you do that to our community right now? If you are a Kalamai, sorry, had a little bit poor reception right there. If you are a victim and they are calling you, please get their name. People keep calling me, sorry. Get their business name so we can put them on blast. This is some pilau heva shit happening right now. I am so frustrated hearing since yesterday that multiple families that I know personally were reached out and offered money from investors and realtors. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you are a Maui realtor contributing to that, karma's gonna come and get you. Okay? That is pilau. And if you are a realtor and they are calling you, investors are calling you to represent them, I hope you have dignity and aloha.
So I feel what this girl is saying. I'd be frustrated if I were her. Obvious reasons. They just burned down. These people are in distraught. People have died, literally died. And these people don't even have a home. They're trying to buy their fire-burned property already. So that's super weird already. That just pretty much solves the whole mystery right there. Just because how they're acting. Okay? And these people on here they're really cool people. We need more people like this girl in the world. These people are very smart. You can also tell she's a true Hawaiian by her accent. She has a Hawaiian accent.
And compassion to turn them away and tell them off. And I need you guys to do me a favor and get their name and their business name, and we're going to put them on blast. That is some pilau. Please spread the word. If you're a victim and they are reaching out to you, DM me their name, business, try to get as much information out of these guys and send it to me. And if you're a victim, trust that we are going to rebuild Lahaina. Please don't. I know it's hard and like...
You guys, this is what I'm hearing from all my friends too, and it's in the hundreds. Like, if you know anything about the islands, you know that a fire like that happened at 5 o'clock in Lahaina at dinner time, full of people, and it went up in minutes. No way people got out of that. The people diving in the ocean, there's people floating for 8 hours waiting for rescue. There are hundreds of people dead, and this is being downplayed, and people are not posting about this enough besides the people on the island.
No one should have to post about it. It's already known. The government should be able to directly do something about the problem. There doesn't need to be donations or anything like that. We're well established, and the world knows about this as well. There should be no donations. There should be no restriction of donations, unless some were favored over some others. This is a very easy problem to handle, and we have people coming on social media telling us about it. Why? This should be our only concern. Should be about these citizens and about these people of Hawaii. Why would it not be?
And people that are directly connected to that. And I understand it's hard to grasp it when you're not directly connected. But guys,
yeah, no one's gonna know. He's saying like if you aren't there, you aren't gonna know. Yeah, no one knows what the fuck goes on in my neighborhood. Everyone's way too busy. They go to work all the time. Most people, most neighborhoods, unless they're well off, they're working all the fucking time, so they don't even see what happens there. They're too distracted. Yeah, and no one's gonna know because only them are gonna know. They're gonna know. And that's what I was saying. They should know how the fire started. Easily.
This is serious and they need our help. They need the mainland's help, and they're gonna need our help long term. But they need your help in staying the fuck home and using that money to buy resources and donate supplies. And if you guys don't know where to donate, there's a link in my bio to the Hawaii Community Foundation. That is a great place to donate. By the end of the day, I will have another website.
Shouldn't need donations. We should be able to supply them easily. But I feel for this guy. He seems really cool. He also says, this is the other guy who says this is one of the first worst fires ever, which is crazy.
With all sorts of resources to help you, whether you're on island or off island. I am doing my best to compile lists, but it's a lot, and there is no organization, and everything is everywhere, so it's a lot.
Too busy just from this to even do other shit, or most of the people are that got devastated by this.
To get organized, especially when you're thousands of miles away, and your friends that are on the island are also trying to help out, and so everybody's kind of tied up, so it's really hard to organize. All right, but this is not a low-key mainland fire. In not that California fires are low-key, but the resources are a lot easier to obtain. Okay, this is the deadliest fire in U.S. history in modern day, and potentially of all time when they get the final count, if they be honest about it. But it's hundreds of people are dead, and no one's talking about it. And I've got celebrities that I know post about going to Maui all the time.
So the news is already lying about how many people they died. They know a lot more people died, but they're dumbing it down. So they're already caught in the
Literally
lies.
run fundraisers, and they're not fundraising for this at all. They make one post and then ghost.
This is what this tour company is doing right now. Instead of helping out, boat full of tourists getting washed out to sea and probably gonna need medical services. Look at this. What a joke. Right on Lani Kai, Maui Snorkeling Company. Right on, bro. What a joke.
They're literally being burnt down, and there's cruise ships and snorkeling and just all these fiesta type of extracurricular lucrative activities that are going on. And the land's just sitting there burnt. I mean, Hawaii's not that big. You can go around it pretty easily. And it's that burnt, and these people aren't helping, and they're probably right there.
Another issue is that local residents are saying that they are having difficulty delivering aid, and only FEMA and Red Cross aid is being allowed in. Roadblocks are everywhere, and no one is allowed in or out.
Maui strong. Donation on donations. If you guys don't know, the government withholding every single one of our donations because we are not a part of FEMA and Red Cross. So none of this is eligible for giving out. Tell me why. I have no freaking clue. But Maui, we out here. Aina, we trying to help you guys, bro, but they not letting us. But we're gonna keep pumping. All this stuff gonna get there, bro. 5 containers are behind the Ritz. Carlton, if you can get there and you really need the stuff, crack that lock. That's for you guys. That's for you guys. Spread the word. Lahaina behind the Ritz, 5 containers full of stuff.
Announcement for everybody.
All these people sound really cool, really good people. People that I'd want to know. I like all these people. That guy last time almost made me cry.
Just got some very troubling news, and I was waiting for confirmation, and I did get it for this matter, and I'm going to do my best to be open-minded of this, but apparently you are able to come into Lahaina as long as you have a reservation for a hotel and you can prove that. So, yes, I completely understand some hotels are housing people. There are workers there who are still working. The hotels do need some kind of or form of income into, for their employees, so that they have something to fall back on once things are getting to the point of rebuilding. Now, I get that and I support that, but the timing is just not. It is terrible timing. We have only been given access as local Lahaina community members back into our home hours before they're allowed to. I struggled for days myself just to get out, and I didn't even make it out. And thank God for all the people who saw my prior video of a lot of the things that were needed, and thank you guys so much for resharing. We've been getting so much more help, food, goods, like everything is coming in and just flowing into Lahaina right now. So thank you guys so much for sharing that. And people have been coming out to my own home out here and just dropping things off to me, so I've been able to take some of that into Lahaina. But there are people still grieving the loss of loved ones.
So there's people coming in for these hotels and tourism, snorkeling, and what he's saying is there's people grieving. Their land's burnt. People have just died. They're in distraught, but they're still coming in these hotels and doing all this nonsense, basically. Meanwhile, there's literally all these people that are displaced, and they're not getting help, basically, or they could be getting a lot more help, easier help.
And everything that they own. but it's okay for people to come and enjoy our home right now. It is not the time. It's not the time for this.
Be left to agree. They should have some time. Yeah. I mean, if you're coming to help them, one thing, but you're coming to enjoy Hawaii and not care about the people who stay there.
I was just told from cousins who came into Lahaina that they, just to make sure that, you know, they're not Lahaina residents. They don't have a Lahaina address on their ID. So, and their family. I've grown up with them in Lahaina, and they couldn't afford it, so they moved to the other side of the island. They weren't even allowed access in. So, in order to ensure them access into Lahaina, their boss went and created reservations for all of them at a hotel room just so they could get in. People that live here, people that have family, literally my first cousins are trying to come in here to just support and help. And now the tourists are being let in. Just let in. They told me as they were coming through, not at this point, they're not even checking anything. They're not checking IDs. They're not checking reservations. They're just waving people through. And in line with them are tourists. This is crazy. This is crazy. We have no power yet in Lahaina. Yes, they're working hard at it, and some places are starting to come up with power, but most of the street lights don't even work. You know, we're gonna cause more accidents. I just drove by somebody who was a tourist who didn't even know that when no lights are on, it's a four-way stop, and he kept going. It almost caused an accident. Just people don't know this stuff, you know, and there are already people grieving, struggling right now, have nothing but the clothes on their backs. But hey, come and enjoy Lahaina. Come enjoy our place while we grieve the loss. We need to blow up the mayor's office. We need to blow up the governor's office and tell them that is not okay. That is not okay.
My heart really goes out to Hawaii and the Lahaina natives. My husband and I will be donating as soon as we find a reputable portal to do so. We visited Honolulu and really enjoyed the history and the beauty of the island. But right now, the natives do not need visitors. They do not need intruders. What they need are donations and essential supplies. So they are asking that if you have reservations or a trip plan to Maui, that you use that money to actually donate to the people of Lahaina. Please, no one wants to see y'all snorkeling and surfing next to where they literally just lost their entire homes. And according to Maui Economic Development Board, tourism is the lifeblood of Maui's economy, and about 80% of it is from tourism. So the devastation from the wildfires could have a long-lasting impact on Maui's economy. Please cancel your vacations and donate that money to the natives. Now, allegedly, there have been plans in the past to turn Maui into a smart city or an AI city. So yeah, the locals are looking at this fire very suspiciously. There were no warnings, there were no alarms. So my heart and my pockets do go out to the people of Maui. I will keep you guys posted.
This fire looks like something man-made. I mean, it looks something out of a video game. Hold on, I said this in the last video. It just looks like something absolutely insane, to be honest. Like,
or an AI city. So yeah, the locals are looking at this fire very suspiciously. There were no warnings, there were no alarms. So my heart and my pockets do go out to the people of Maui. I will keep you guys posted on what's going on over there. Let me know your comments and your thoughts down in the comment section, and I'll see you at the next video.
like I said, I watched this video a couple times now. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys. I really do. You can make donations at Snap Crackle Fizzle. You want to email me, let me know. That's it.